That ass.
Recently said James Harden is the best offensive player of all time. Is he right?
No.
Simple.
In a sense, yes. I,
Expound.
in a sense, yes. He perfected a move to a point that it's either a foul or it's going in, or unless he's cold. Then, some scorers have that day. But to perfect the step back, to damn near perfect drawing fouls, getting to the line. When we talk about scorers, the ability to get to the free throw line gets underlooked sometimes. Like, that's a skill. I understand the refs do be on some bullshit. Yes, they are soft sometimes. I get it. But the ability to draw a foul, that's technique. That's something you have to practice.
Mm-hmm. And his shot creation, too, for other players.
That's something offensive. When people think that's a good point as well. When we think of offense, we just think of scoring. Like, his ability to be leading the league in assists, to have that capability while also giving you 30.
And he's right there in scoring, too. I think he averaging 26 a game.
So those are two huge offensive assets, is playmaking and your self-creation. Now it just comes down to if he's in his own head or not, because nobody's blocking that setback.
That's true. I agree. So, Josh, if he isn't the best offensive player of all time, who is?
It's Kevin Durant.
Hard debate there.
I do agree that in terms of like the overall bag of scoring, that's KD. KD got the ultimate scoring bag. Like him, the prime Carmelos, those are people who has just an endless bag of offensive moves.
And when I say greatest, I don't mean like what he's done, because obviously of the person what he's done is Kareem, at the unblockable shot and all that.
See, my thing is that like he perfected a move.
Yeah. With KD, I'm just saying off of pure ability. 7 foot, could dribble like a guard, could shoot over the top, efficient every game. Like that enough, like the ability, that's why I say he's
in terms of overall bag, I can agree with that. But in terms of overall impact of points, rebounds, assists, those are things that they help in different facets of offense. You're helping somebody else's offense.
That's true.
Somebody else can go from averaging 8 points a game to a calm 12, 13, 14 off of James Harden's assist.
This is true. I would say the most dominant offensive player ever is Michael Jordan.
Yes.
The most unique offensive player ever is James Harden. I think like his game is just unique. You're not gonna get it. We will not see this again. There's a chance of it, but like even Trae Young kind of does it, but he don't do it like this. He don't do it efficiently. He don't do it with like every time down court, I'm gonna make the right play.
And the thing with James Harden, which makes him unique, is 6'5", but he's really built. He's not like
he's burly, like a running back.
So when he runs into you, go feel it. It's not like he's falling back; you're falling back too. And his vision is very underrated.
Yeah, one of the best. He got one of the best visions in the league.
Because we forget, we put the fouling thing in perspective all the time, but in Houston, he was always a good passer.
Yeah.
Always a good passer.
He was their best playmaker in OKC when he was there the first time, when he's like in the beginning of his career. So that makes sense. It's just the Houston offense was tailor-made to everyone to watch him do what he do, and he would decide, do you shoot this time? Now the Nets have more like a natural offense. It's more like he cuts, his guy sets picks, his guy pops out to the three, more movement. But
I also want to say nobody does the floater into a lob pass better than Harden.
That's a fact.
Like that's also a pass that people got to kind of remember. That that's an automatic Harden play.
Yeah, it's because I think he plays at his pace so well that he sees things develop. Like he'll see like he can think, should I do a floater here or should I pass it off? And he has time to figure it out.
Yeah.
So because like everyone's moving at his pace.
That's a whole dimension of, you know how tough it is for a defender, that rim protector, to be like, I don't know if he's gonna take this floater or he's gonna dump it off for the lob.
Like, should I stay with my man or should I defend this?
He put them on the island.
You freeze them.
He put them on the island for sure.
So, in a sense, Chuck is right. In a sense,
I get what he's saying. I would lean more to he's the most unique offensive player we've ever seen. But I get it. You say he's the best because he does the most offensively at a high level. But when I think of offensively, I just think of which player do I feel more comfortable throwing the ball to at the end of games. Like it doesn't have just to be scored. Just to me, it's KD and Michael Jordan. Those are the two players when I think of it, and Braun, of course. But I'm just thinking about if I need a bucket or I need someone to make the proper play, I'm gonna go KD or Michael Jordan. Those are the two guys that I'm more likely to go with. Just because like.
But then wouldn't that be the most clutch player then? Then best offensive.
Well, when I think of anything, I put it in the fourth quarter stuff. I don't care about basketball until like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. All of that shit is just to get me right there. Okay. So that's why I think about it as. So like, it's just James Harden is an offensive player who can get me assists and points, but I don't know how comfortable I am with him in that moment. I would rather KD have the ball. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just how I view it. But I can see how Chuck got there. I just don't agree with him.
That's the Bill Simmons.
Yeah, right. I've been a fan for too long.
Yeah.
But I get it. I do see Harden as he's definitely the greatest offensive guard of this generation. Like undebatable. Like just like as a guard. Like Steph would be his only argument. Then you have against advanced stats. That's the only way Steph wins that argument. Legit. You'd have to bring advanced stats. Like look at the magnetism he causes when he runs around the screen. Then you have to do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to go to.
Look at the gravity he pulls.
But if we try and keep it plain, we know that it's James Harden. Like it is. Like if you could give me 40 points and 15 rebounds and 15 assists and shit like that, much dude's not doing that.